About 8 lakhs people worldwide die by suicide every year. One person every 40 seconds take their own life, which ranks it as the 10th leading cause of death for all ages.
I wanted you to know no matter how hard your situation is, no matter how low you sound, how bleak your situation. But this is not the end of your life story. This is not the final chapter of your life story. I think I'm a bit hard right now, but hang with us for a while. Today we're going to provide several information regarding suicide prevention.
You can do things today that shape your unknown future. Make every day time to turn what you don't know into what you would like to happen.
You can either be crushed by a horrific pain and lose your family, and your life, or you can use the same pain that was crushed upon you and propel yourself to this. You can get through this. I know it's hard.
Don't forget who you are and where you came from. Don't get emotional over little things. Don't quit until you win the grand prize.
Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved.
Yeah, look here. I know you have inner demons inside of you. I have some demons inside of me, so let's exorcise them. I'll be your exorcist for this session. My name is Aryaveer and I will be working as the head of research for the ZaZa organization. And I'd like to talk to you about the risk factors of a very heavy word, but a very important word, which is suicide. So one of the major risk factors is previous suicide attempts, as they remove the most important barrier to this drastic step, which is the courage required to take such a step. A person who has probably gained the courage and executed such a step probably has some courage left to do it again. Then you have a history of suicide in family. I would just like to say, family is as close as it hits. So if this happened in family, a person may be motivated to do the same. Now, substance misuse. Misuse of toxic substances like alcohol and narcotic drugs causes a person to lose control and coordination of their body and make them way more confident. This may work well 2 drinks down for your neighbor who's sitting in his Honda Civic thinking it's a Ferrari, but not for a person who's in that vulnerable state of mind to take such a dark step with those dark thoughts. Then you have mood disorders such as depression and bipolar disorder. These make a person not aware of who they actually are and thus cause them to take a step that they may not have taken if they were in a clear state of mind. Then you have access to lethal means, as this method removes another important barrier from suicide, which is the actual act of the suicide. A person who has things such as firearms at their home has way more means of suicide compared to a regular person, and thus may be motivated to take such a step. Then you have losses and other events such as legal troubles, relationship breakups, academic issues, job issues, financial issues, etc. These is the most dangerous risk factor, as they actually create that state of vulnerability in the mind which cause a person to take such a drastic step. If a person does not have any problems, why would they take such a drastic step? And these are the problems. Then you have a history of trauma, a person whose brain has been battered again and again with the thoughts of ending their life, probably has developed enough ways and courage to do it. Then you have the most less likely factor, which is chronic physical pain. You may have heard your friend say, dude, this headache is so bad, I will break my head open. Exactly that. And then you have disease, which a person who may think that their family has been suffering financially or emotionally because they are sick, may try to end their family's misery by ending themselves, which may sound very sadistic and sad, but that happens. Then you have exposure to suicidal behavior. You may have joked about suicide, I know you have. Never do that again, because that small joke to you may be a spark of influence in someone's vulnerable mind with those dark thoughts. Enough of talking about demons, guys. If you ever see someone exposed to such thoughts. If you cannot help them yourself, please use organizations like us, the ZaZa organization, to help them reach the actual means that will help them to fight these kinds of thoughts. Thank you for taking your time to watch this. My name is Aryaveer. Peace out.
Hello everyone, I am Adrija Jana, the Vice President of ZaZa organization, and today I will be talking to you about the various signs that can help us identify if a person is having suicidal thoughts. Even though this is not a completely comprehensive list, but these are majorly some of the signs that you will come across. As members of a family, a society, a community, or even as citizens of the world, it is important for us to be aware of these signs. First, you may find the person often talking or writing about death or suicide. Second, you may find the person making comments about being hopeless, helpless, or worthless. Third, you can find the person having expressions of having no reason in life or no sense of purpose, or the person might also say things like, "It would be better if I wasn't here," or "I want out." You may notice increased alcohol and or drug use in that person. You may notice that the person is withdrawing from friends, family members, and the larger community. You can also notice that the person is going through more reckless behavior or more risky activities and is not thinking about a second time before taking part in them. The person might be having dramatic mood changes that are more than are usually normal. And you can also find that person talking about being trapped or about being a burden to somebody else, and basically having very negative thoughts and low self-esteem. So if you come across any of these signs or symbols, you will know that it is time to do something affirmative for that person or to try to help them out. I hope that was helpful. Thank you.
Protective factors. Contacts with providers. Example, follow up a phone call with healthcare professionals. Effective mental health care. Easy access to a variety of clinical interventions. Strong connections with individuals, family, community, and social institutions. Problem solving and conflict resolution skills.
Don't give up yourself. Don't think about suicide. Go on your own path with creative ideas and gain more knowledge in it. Don't think about suicide. Don't your friends let you think about suicide. Let's stay together and save our community. Join us today. Let's save our community from suicide.
Let us save our community from suicide.
Let's save our community from suicide.
Let's save our community from suicide.
Let's save our community from suicide.